What's up guys? Today I'm going to cook pizza. So I just had this idea, so I already put the flour. I am making the recipe 5 times bigger. So put the flour in so far. And here we go. Let's work on the next ingredient. But let me put the flour back, or some new flour I bought, into the container. Today we are just making the dough, because tomorrow I'm cooking it. So, yes. Alright, be right back and put the flour back away. The next ingredient is yeast. So I just put in about 9 cups and 1/3 cup of flour. So hold on. Alright, I'm back. So instead of 5 times bigger, it's actually 4 times bigger, my mistake. So I'm going to now put 9 teaspoons of yeast into the recipe. The next recipe, or ingredient, is sugar. And I need 6 teaspoons of that, so here we go. Teaspoons. Next ingredient is salt, and we will need 3 teaspoons of this. This might seem a lot, but it's not, because I am quadrupling the recipe. The next ingredient is olive oil, and we'll need about 8 tablespoons of this. This recipe is a very easy recipe and pretty quick. The dough doesn't need too long to rise. I'd say, anyway, it says it right here. It says that the dough needs to rise for 30 minutes, which is a lot shorter than most pizzas. So if you want a quick pizza, go for this. So, also when making pizza, you want to, or anything I should say, well, I don't know, maybe depending on what you're making, but mainly when you're done with one ingredient, just go put it away. It's that simple, and then you stay really clean. So peace. The next ingredient is 3 cups of water, preferably warm water. I'm just gonna do colder water. So there you have it, about 3 cups. Next, get your flour back out because you're gonna need it, or just leave it out in the beginning. I didn't. And get a spatula, wooden spatula, no holes. That's pretty important because you don't want getting stuck in the middle and like the dough getting stuck inside of the spatula. It's just harder to clean. So just, yeah, mix it. To be more detailed on mixing it, first mix it with the spatula until it gets like clumpy. And if it seems a little too dry, which I'll show you, if it does get too dry, just add more water. Okay, I got all those ingredients mixed up. This might be a little too dry. Yeah, this is a little too dry. It's probably because I added a lot of flour. A little more than, not a little more, but like on the higher side of flour that was recommended. If this happens, just add a touch of water and just keep mixing until it mixes all together. So that was not enough water. Just repeat this process until you have a good amount of water. Not too wet that it's all slimy, but not too dry that's clumpy like this. You want the right amount, which I'll show you after I find the right amount myself. All right, I haven't found the right amount yet, but I've gotten it to a certain point where it's all clumped together. So, grab a little flour, just put it out on the table. Rub it out, because this will leave the flour from not sticking to the table. And get a good amount. Don't, like, you're gonna need flour too, to keep it not too wet also. Also, I'm probably not gonna do it. Actually, I probably will. Put flour on your hands. Keeps the dough from sticking to your hands. Pretty neat. All right, so now you've got your dough, but it's not completely, it's still dry. It still needs some water. So first, just get all the dough out of the container. Which for me, take a little bit of time. Let me pause it. I'll be back when it's all out. All right, got basically everything out. So don't wash this out. You want to put this to the side because you're gonna need that later. So, and this. I don't know if you're really gonna need this later, so just put it in the sink. This is still dry, but this is what you do. You clump it together, because there's still wet parts and dry parts. Clump it together, you push down with both hands like this, kind of like CPR. Then you fold it up on itself again, push down. You just repeat this. If it looks like it's really dry, just start kneading it out. It might be like, it might seem like it's too dry, but actually it's not. And also, I'm just doing this because I didn't mix it up all the way in the pot. It's just getting all the ingredients together. All right, keep everything, try to get everything into one big ball. So I usually just knead everything together until it's smooth, nice and smooth, which I'll show you later in the video. That will take about, I would say 15 minutes if you're continuous, but yeah, just take the dough, flip it, push down. Flip it, push down, just repeat. And try to be a little random. Then take all the spares, put it in. Yeah, just keep on doing this. And let me get some dough off my hands and show you what this looks like right now. This is after doing like a minute of just talking to you. So that's what it looks like right now. I'll be right back. And you will see. For you, it'll be 1 second. For me, it'll be about 15 minutes. And you'll see what it looks like. Also, a note. Not done yet. But if it gets really sticky, like right now, it's not sticking to the table or my hands, but it's sticky. You kind of want that consistency. If it starts getting too sticky to the point where it's like sticking to your hands uncontrollably or the table, that's a sign to add more flour. Okay, almost done kneading this dough. So the reason why we knead the dough together is because, first of all, it's everything mixed up together, and it gets the yeast mixed up to the dough too, which will make it rise later on, which is what we want. Because this amount of dough that I have right here, it's pretty big, but it's gonna expand more from yeast. If you want to use this for tomorrow, like the next day, then I would say let it rise, then beat it, and then put it in the freezer, or fridge, I mean, my bad. So, yeah, this is almost done. Pretty smooth, pretty nice. So, I'm just gonna do it for a couple more, like a minute or two, or maybe just 30 seconds. And you really just want the consistency of smoothness. I've been doing this for about 10 minutes or so. So yeah, basically done. All right, got some more olive oil. So back to our container. So we want to put a little bit of oil on the inside, just a drizzle, and then put some in the center, about that much. And then take your dough, try to keep it in a circle like this, or a clump. Put it down, rub it around, then flip it, and rub it around. Just a little dry spot, put some on. All right, so that's good. The next thing we want to do is get some saran wrap and apply it to the bottom of the, actually don't apply it on top of the dough. If you want to be nicer about this or fancier, then you can put like a moistened towel. This just keeps the dough from drying out when it rises. So if you want the dough to rise nicely, you can put it somewhere warm. That's what I do when I want it. But I think I'll do that. And then I'm gonna later on beat this down because I want to eat it tomorrow. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video around now. But this pizza dough is one of my favorite pizza doughs to cook up. Basically almost the only one. Being Italian, I love cooking Italian food as pizza. Some of you might not know, well, probably most of you, but yeah, this is an Italian food. It seems some people who just aren't educated in the like where food comes from. Not saying you're dumb, but just saying like you're just not educated in that field. Yeah, comes from Italy, or was originated from Italy. But I'll let this rise. Maybe do a post later of it completely risen, or some pizzas made that I made later tomorrow. So also, I think I'll be posting a video, a short, not a video, tomorrow about, I'm not gonna actually tell you, you're gonna have to see.